The mayor, not the trustees that don't do nothing, that only run their mouth. Y'all don't do no work, no work. Y'all forget I am the leader.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
Every election. So now, because they can't beat me, they got to do this smear campaign to convince public opinion that I'm bad for them.
So you said 2 elections. You were first elected in 2021?
No, 2013 was my first election for trustee. I was a trustee. I sat where they are.
Right.
That's why I know the law.
Council.
Yes.
Elected mayor 2021.
Yes.
Term is 4 years?
Yes.
Okay. Plans of running for re-election?
I'm running for both my seats. And I'm going to win them.
So, and when is the election for Thornton Township?
2025.
So those elections at the same time?
They are.
Bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
I could not be here breathing and be comfortable if I was really as bad as they was making it. You know, nobody could be around me. So for me to be this calm, I must have some kind of inner peace. And my inner peace is knowing that once everybody take the time to really see what type of person I am, you'd be surprised that I stuck around this long. I have to make the life that I do live as happy as I can and try to do the best with what I have. You know, live the best life I can live, be as happy as I can be. Nothing is perfect for anybody. I don't know.
Boys, I swear, I think I figured it out. You know why they don't want us redneck brothers and sisters and the hood brothers and sisters getting along? You know why? Because we'd be unstoppable. I'm telling you right now, we would shut shit down.
Alexis, Fania. And what that goes to say,
Facebook and YouTube alike. I'm coming on here at this particular moment because now at this moment, I'm hopeful that I can receive your support, your help, and your backup as I am dealing with a number of things in my background that is extremely important because of the fact that I have to move very swiftly. I'm probably going to be repeating myself in this broadcast, and I'm not able to stay on here extremely long to make my case.
We're going to hit sections, okay? So let's get it. Oh, and let's get your comments on there first. Javar, here you go. Yup. And I know it's too early for this, but your bro is acting the fool once again. As tonight, Tiffany has filed a police report. So I did hear something about that. We're going to address it. Hopefully, check my inbox because I would like to get a direct word from what Jedidiah has said. I told you I didn't get a chance to see that, but I did hear about that. Let's move forward. We're going to talk about it. Okay. You know, I mean, it is what it is. We got to do what we got to do, but I'm going to address some moments here. Okay, let's put it. Oh, also, shout out to Chi-Town Crime Chasers. This is where this clip is coming from, and we're actually going to leave the link down there. So this was who was down there and catching the things that was happening.
All right, so for those that don't know what's going on, this is a protest in Dolton at Mayor Tiffany Henyard's house. They're protesting at her house. We just left the board meeting in Dolton. And for those that don't know what's going on, there was a video, an audio tape that's been leaked and released. And following that, Dolton trustees had their board meeting. So we just left the meeting. It's still going on. But now we're here at the mayor's house, Tiffany Henyard's house, and they're doing a protest right now. Also here in Jedidiah Brown, if y'all don't know who he is, but this is what's going on.
We need to see the house on the inside.
How you gonna kill somebody's house? You stole the money, now you kill a house.
This is the landlord's mama. Pay your rent, bitch.
Okay, so we're gonna get to some clips and just play parts of it. But I'm gonna say, like I said before, when Jedidiah got locked up, the blessing is that this guy, Crime Chasers, was on task. He kept saying things like, make sure Jedidiah don't go too close, things like that, keeping his eye. And that's what he needed before. I'm just going to be honest. It's real. When Jedidiah come, the mess is coming. But what this goes to say, we know we need this. Not this per se perfect. You know, everybody don't agree with how it's going to go and the things he said. But we do need some pressure on Henyard. Just as much as she makes people feel uncomfortable, fuck up their personal life. This is what happened last night. I will say, I think that the protest was too personal. I do believe that the residents should have just focused on saying what they needed to say as far as protest chants, making her miserable, but it was a lot of personal. So I'm going to call part of this session Kamal Woods versus Jedidiah, because that's actually what really took place. And I think that's what you have said now that there's an alleged police report filed. It must be connected to this exchange. Okay, so let's just watch it together. Y'all know I'm going to keep it real. I got my army on, but it is what it is. We got to do things a certain way. But Jedidiah is used to the heat. He's comfortable with it. If this is what he likes to do, then he has to deal with that. There's people in his corner that, knows that this is the type of thing or the way he addressed things, and they're going to deal with it. They're going to people that I do think the people should support him as far as making sure that he's safe, because he's still sticking his neck out for Dolton and Thornton. But as I say, it maybe just needs to be some more synchronicity in the way that people approach things. I'm on the side. They call me Roger. They don't want my opinion because I'll keep shit structured. But this needed to happen, because sometimes even if you're at a protest, like when we did the protest at the Henyard cookout, it wasn't messy until something set it off to be messy. So things can happen. That's not what happened here, but I will say, because when we did our protest, it got a little messy. So let's watch the mess real quick.
I see outside asking for the inspector house. That don't make no sense. They just want to make sure that y'all ain't done nothing crazy with the floor, with the walls or nothing. Let that lady look at her.
They took all that cars out. Take her pictures. Wrong, took all that cars out.
So we're gonna get to the part where Henyard father comes out. I think it's about 13. I had to watch this and get myself together. So this is when Henyard daddy stepped out.
But I'm still tripping how y'all all just got. Is it from Dunkin' Donuts stuff too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm on that.
You should have been over there. They like you class, like me. I mean, not problem. How you doing, sir?
Who was it that came out the house?
Are you okay with everything that you're hearing? There you go. Is there any kind of response from the father of the mayor?
The people want to know.
He want to say some shit.
People in social media world want to know.
Everybody.
He want to say some shit.
Rape is bad. We want answers. Rape is bad.
That's her
Mr.
dad.
Henyard, this
That's
is the
Mayor
mother of
Tiffany.
Janetta Hall. She wants her house back. Would you advocate for that?
Give this lady her house back.
Mr. Henyard, there are people who have been murdered, and those murders have not been solved because of the mayor's interference with the police department. Want to say something about that? Mr. Henyard.
It's a little face-off that happened between Kamal and Jedidiah from a distance. But let me put that on there. This guy got messy. That's why.
Y'all.
I got 2 sets of cuffs. I got the receipt and I got who? How about I start saying some names? Keep on talking, motherfucker. And I'm gonna tell you the names, bitch. Man, this is that one. Stop fucking around on this one. I got to
Go grab five.
You a weak ass nigga. You talking over there. I'm still walking up.
So this one, got a little too much, but thank God people was around Jedidiah to pull him back, But I do think there needs to be some structure in the way that people protest if they're going to protest. Guys, I do support protests, but I'm going to be honest. I'm into paper and pen. I like this. This keeps the people momentum going. I love you guys, but y'all need to make sure that y'all put y'all needs down on paper. Y'all follow through with things that is tangible and that you can stay on their ass with. This is good because this put fear in her heart. She trouble, but I do want you to remind you guys there's other type of protests. We're going to talk about that. Okay? Right. Let's go.
This one stop quick as hell, y'all. Yeah.
Come on. Let's not back, big dog. No, stop. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck. I'm good. I know what I'm doing. I'm all right. I ain't stepped over there on their property. I'm okay. Y'all should not be touching me.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to when Tiffany steps out about 19 minutes into I got my little clips. Just want to show y'all a few significant points. Tiffany, there go Tiff. Come outside now. The whole gang. I guess this is what you were talking about when you said that There were more than people against him, you know, but at the end of the day, that is her property, so she has the right to stand outside. There was a lot of personal jabs thrown between each other that I really think that heightened it, and really, honestly, that's what led to Jedidiah possibly correct as possible, because I don't want to hurt people's feelings that they always like, but truth be told, it was too personal. And I do think that it should have focused on the resident's needs, making her uncomfortable and keeping it lawful. But it was lawful as no one got arrested. So if something was going on to the point that she's going to file a police report, why did the officers there leave? Because you're going to see they leave. So, this is another Tiffany move, I do believe, because she had filed a few false police reports. And we watched one of them take place when they were chasing Jedidiah in that damn car. That had us all like, oh my God. And then just lied through her teeth. So we got to keep that in consideration. It is a pattern. And just because somebody filed a police report doesn't mean that it's correct. Because she did the same thing to who? Mr. Roberts, Mr. Paul Roberts, in which I believe he has a follow-up court date in April. If he's here, he can update us. We got to keep our eye on that, because those type of false allegations or allegations that she do cause the people to need lawyers and take time from actually making money. So let's just keep this in mind, because I'm going to get on him, but I'm definitely going to highlight that this chick is out of pocket. Look at her little scoop ball head with her little condom hat. Let's play this.
And the dog gonna stand out here as the police write tickets for his goddamn Airbnb.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna move on to where the cops talk to Jedidiah. We can hear a little bit of it, and it's something pertaining to blocking a driveway. So while they were called, we're gonna play this. Just the key points.
I know shit tighter than mine, and you sell shit, so he gotta wear the shit.
No, not him trolling them.
So he had to wear all that shit. Looking dumb as fuck. Hey, he's so pissed the battery's about to make a phone. We outside.
I'm trying to hold.
And don't do it. Nobody hurts you. I don't even know this. I'm not against y'all. I'm not saying that. This the Omar Durango K9 unit? Damn. You motherfucking sick.
All right, calm down just a little bit, y'all. You're gonna see what's going on. Yeah, they're not even going in, so they just chilling.
Look at Hunt. You saw Hunt with that big old igloo white jacket, thinking he all cute.
You talk about all you can think about is how cold it is. I can't hold this damn phone with gloves in my hand.
All right, this is when the police come to talk to Jed.
It's cold as hell. I definitely need a tripod.
Or get a body camera.
Cold as hell out here.
Shout out to Chi-Town Crime Chasers. This is his clip. I will put his Facebook page down at the bottom. You know, guys, I'll be getting the clip. I'll be looking. I never heard of them before, so I'm gonna be following them. You guys check them out.
You got to call for. Hey, don't do that. Don't disrespect me. I can do what I want to do. We got call here because somebody's blocking the driveway. That's how we respond. Is it true? He the one. Turn around. Listen. After we find out from the house who called was blocking driveway, the officer just said it wasn't blocking driveway, so that's to go from there. Other than that, we just told you we got a 10 o'clock ordinance. I know. Other than that, be peaceful. Not blocking the driveway. They don't want you on the property. We're going from there. Anything else? No, this is perfectly fine. Well, who called you? Because we did. We got called no one here. That you guys was blocking the driveway, which you said that they wasn't. Everything good? You stay off the driveway. Y'all cool? Y'all need some hot chocolate? Oh, no, y'all. You came off my cup away, did?
God be the glory. I know it was freezing out there that night. I can imagine.
Oh, you threw
your cup away?
My cup away. He dropped the tops. He dropped the tops.
Damn, they should have frostbites, baby. I'll be bundled up.
Well,
Now we're gonna get into just a little bit. This is where I really heard too much personal argument. This was between. Now this is Kamal versus Jedidiah. Now I pray that this don't escalate because it got too personal between them. Let's play this.
All right, we're down. Have a good day. I'm gonna get them. Close them Airbnbs down, bro. Legal. I am, because I'm taking it. I'm gonna take it. It ain't gonna be running, bro. No, not that much. Get as much money as you can. Get 1 star. What'd you say? Nigga, I'm right here. You don't need to tell me somewhere else. I'm right here. I'm right here, bitch. Yeah, you're a bitch. That was the best you got. You're a bitch. You a weak ass bitch.
Yeah, no, that's not a box of wine. That's a box of hot chocolate.
You a whole motherfucking lapdog ass bitch. Coon ass nigga bitch. Dumb ass bitch.
He called him a coon. Oh my God.
Shut the fuck up.
All right.
Keep trying to make him. He had.
So they exchanged. Y'all want to listen to the exchange? I know I ain't gonna be able to get, but it's monetized. This is like, this is when I do think it got too personal. It should have been the people and everybody protesting and saying what they need to say. You know, as far as they bullhorn, so they do their comments right in front of her house. You know, I do think it should have been a little bit organized. So this is what I believe caused it to go to the left when it comes to her trying to take the extra step to basically hone in on Jedidiah to put a report on him. You see, that's why we have to move collectively, because if everybody move and doing, you know, a little shooby-dooby, they're gonna put police report on everybody. So you got 10 people out there, they all saying they little 1 2 1 2, get a little nasty, move on. So I think it should have been strategized a little bit better. But as far as was it needed? Yes. Do I think it put something in her, some fire, made her feel uncomfortable, keep her eyes open, pissed, didn't want to sleep, talking all night? Yes. Okay, this is the lady who actually deserves it. So let's just keep it real. You know, I just gotta say that anything that makes disturb, she deserve it because she do too much. Okay. Let me tell you, I was the first to say, hey, she got a lawsuit for the caucus, blah, blah, which legally I do still believe it. But she's so ridiculous that she can't even be humble at this time. She's still holding the Thornton residents hostage, okay? By way of what you even saw last night. If she really cared about the buses, those things were on the agenda. It was not addressed. So she's a whole crack of shit, and she deserved what she get, you know. But I you know me, I talk straight. Right is right, wrong is wrong. This is what it is. This may happen. Yeah. But I'm not feeling her, and she deserved it. I tried to have sympathy for her, but you can't. It's just ridiculous. Let's finish play this. Got a little personal. This is when Kamal, let's get to the point where Kamal threatens Jedidiah. And I think that's when he go to the, let's listen a little bit. I'm going to listen through that part.
I know private property. Nigga, just step in the street. It's 2 niggas. No, man, they just want to approach.
Police come out for calls such as blocking driveway. Wait, no one's blocking the driveway but him, which is the son or whoever the hell he is. He's the only one that's blocking the driveway. He's blocking in a whole nother car.
They try to suppress us from talking. So now you dealing with, now I'm talking to y'all weird ass, weak ass niggas. Y'all thought this was y'all shit. This Dalton shit. And I'm here to get it back.
I know that he used to this type of stuff, but yeah, let's continue listening. Is this allegedly when some threatening went on, and then Jedidiah talks to the police about filing a police report, and the police said, hell to the no, which didn't make any sense because he said, you're going to have to go down to the police station when you got 5 of them right there. But I'm going to just shut the hell up, though. I'm going to just shut up. Dolton police. Where she live at? It was Dolton police. You see what I'm saying? How you gonna be at the scene? Even if you felt like, okay, it was no threat. Your job is to take a police report. I know I'm going ahead a little bit, but baby, we'll talk about it. I don't like that. I understand everybody feel away, but lawful is lawful. So you just need to do your job, write the paper, and submit it. But we're gonna play it.
Man, it's so cold. I can't feel my toes.
I thought she was in jail for stealing. Man, that's what we all thought. Nope. No, he's not endangering anyone. The guy the guys over there in a white coat and another guy over there with a black coat on decided to hop out the car and start threatening Jed. Jed didn't do anything wrong. He was saying nothing but facts on what Tiffany was doing.
Don't look at me, y'all. Y'all like, what the hell she? That's cap. That's cap, sir. Okay, I'm just gonna move on. Shut up. That's what. That's why I don't like Race Levi. You know he was just saying a little bit too much. Jedidiah. Damn. Y'all know I'm at to tell the truth. But you did good. But you did too much. But you did good. I just got to be real. I don't mind the protests. Okay, you did good. You did too much. Let's go. Let's try to make a police report. We'll show you when he's talking to the police, and then we're going to see Kamal get a little bit more worked up after he noticed that the police is not going to take a police report from Jedidiah. You're going to see the tone, and Kamal going to walk towards the edge of the street. You know, kind of get a little on his chest because he saw the police left. Because the police actually left after this shit. Shout out to Dolton Police. Yeah, good job. Right. You were there. You heard something.
I asked this officer, Kamal threatened them, and now the officers don't want to do anything. There are witnesses. Literally, who are refusing to act as an officer. When I just told you I want a complaint, you are supposed to investigate it and act. You don't have a choice. So when I decided that I wanted to press charges, you're supposed to give it to a court of law. Are you refusing to perform your duty? I just said, if that happens, bring it to the police department, and then we have to report filed against that. Yeah, he's like, I'll come over and stuff your damn teeth here.
Yeah.
And he don't want to do nothing. Officer don't want to do his job because he threatened Jed, saying he's going to kick his teeth down his throat. And now he go to the officer and tell him that he threatened him. And now all of a sudden the officer saying he got to go to the police department to make a report.
And he had witnesses there. So the police was, regardless of whoever felt like what, lawfully, the police should have took the report, got the witnesses' phone numbers, or if he didn't want to, because he really supposed to just get a little statement from them right there, throw his body cam, get the statement, you know, and just do his little shooby dooby when he get back, like, oh boy, I got to do a report. But he said, hell no, I ain't doing shit. I got my eye on you, Dolton. Excuse me, Dolton Police and Dolton Clerk. I will ask for you guys to answer my freedom of information request because you see I'm coming. Shout out to the Levi family. I'll have an update for you guys. I'm in the background fucking creeping. You know what? Because Dolton Police, you're getting on my nerves. So I just need you guys to please, let's work for the people. That's all I'm going to say. Just had to throw something in there real quick while we got the audience. Hit the like button. I'm going to need you guys also to help me out. Sign this petition for Alexis. We're going to put that on the screen before the end of the broadcast. I need you guys to sign this petition to get Officer Perez license revoked. We're going for both states. Right now, we got less than 500 signatures. We're trying to get 5,000. A signature is free. It's just going to go with a letter that I'm going to push to certain entities to get that particular officer license revoked. And we're also going to be pushing, you're going to see another petition coming for us to get Officer Gerald Carlton, the shooter, the murderer of Alexis Wilson. We're trying to get him off of the payroll of Dolton. Okay. If you don't know, we have an officer that is still on the payroll by way of workers' compensation, allegedly, since 2021. So we're going to be releasing some things to you guys so you can know how serious it is because they're still causing you money. So just know we're going to have another petition coming. We need your help. What we're trying to do with Officer Carlton is a little bit different. Even though he should lose his license and be revoked, he don't have the extensive history as Perez. But because of what he did to Alexis, and there is some laws and some things that I'm researching and putting together, I do think that he needs to be on a firearm restraint and be put on permanent desk duty. Okay? Forever. So that's what we're pushing when it comes to Carlton. And I wanted to highlight, because this is the perfect time, because we're just seeing the Dolton police act up and don't do their job. Just don't do your job. I'm coming. Let's play this. You know, that's why I'm like, listen, things got a little ugly, but when we moving forward to the mountain, it's going to look ugly before it get pretty. We're going to have to ride out. Okay? I'm a fan of Huey P. Newton and a lot of other individuals in the Black Panthers. So I have a different way of looking. And sometimes you do got to sacrifice yourself. You got to put yourself out there and pray to God that he cover you. So let's just ask God to cover Jedidiah, because this is the part that he wants to play. Real is real. So what I'm about to show you now, let me just get to where Kamal starts to approach a little bit. I think it happens. Yeah, there we go. Like the police ain't taking your report. They played you. Now what? I know a hood nigga. I'm from the hood. Okay, I know a hood. I know how they think I can read it. He like, yeah. So what's next? You already see they left. They left. There we go. That's how Dolton police handle stuff, regardless. So if Jedidiah was doing something unlawful to get something foul against him, the officers are right there. That is their duty to arrest Jedidiah. If whatever Tiffany is fouling is real and it happened right in front of everybody on the camera, and also it's their duty to take his police report if Jedidiah had a complaint against the other person. All they're supposed to be doing paperwork. I mean, I'm not saying only, but that's one of the main things y'all supposed to do. Okay, along with save lives, just like nurses. The paperwork means something. This is what gets me upset. So y'all see Kamal?
And now he's approaching Jed 30.
Hey, please get out the street.
And then you right here, so you threatening me, and you right here. And you okay with that? All right, so come on. Now I'm gonna defend myself. Y'all got cuffs? Y'all got cuffs?
Hey, be on standby.
All right, so now we're just going to get to one last part, and this part is going to highlight Chi-Town City crime chases. The gentleman, I don't know his name, but the one who recorded this, I got to give him a shout out. Y'all can watch the whole video yourself. I'll put the link down there to this. I know they have other clips that's possibly on, Jedidiah page. I didn't get to watch everything, but he did give a little short closing, and I want to say thank you for being out there in the cold, as well as letting us share your clip.
You're a hater. You ain't gonna never have that because you got too much hate in your
But I got 4 homes.
I don't give a fuck what you get. But I got 4 homes. And who now?
He got 4 homes on the back of Thornton and Dolton. What is he doing? Come on. What are you doing for the children? What programs are you running? Because that's something she definitely don't talk about. But you got 4 homes off the back of Tiffany. What's gonna happen when this happens? Wait, y'all. What's gonna happen, Kamal, when this happens to Tiffany real quick? Can I play it for you guys? Y'all know what I'm about to do. Hold on.
Why are you detaining me? You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. Get this dance. You about to lose your job because you are detaining me for nothing. You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. Get this dance. You about to lose your job. I'm Martinez. You about to lose your job. Get this dance. You about to lose your job. Get this dance. You about to lose.
Y'all, let me stop. I ain't about to start partying, but you know what's going to happen when she lose her job. That nigga is going to be out the door.
Homeless ass nigga. Y'all homeless as fuck. And I'm a homeless dog resident that you can't do shit with.
Yeah. We don't cut that.
He is a clown, bro. And that is the end of the Jerry Springer show, y'all. Oh, man. What a damn night. Share the live. I'm going to keep y'all updated on this situation.
Thank you, sir. We're going to put his link down at the bottom. And that's the end of the Jerry Springer show. All I can say is that I really can't judge too much. Y'all see what I said? I say the truth. You know, when we went out there for the Henyard thing in the park, you know, she got a little messy. And that video actually got we up to 10,000 views. They like that. Like it, don't like it. You like it, don't like it. Oh, well. Oh, hell. You know, I'm here and I love you. I just want you guys to be safe. You know, I move a little different. I don't want to be in no white man. So I avoid this shit. I'm moving away that I'm going to get you before you get me, motherfucker. Okay? But I love what you're doing and you're keeping the momentum going because it is time. I had it. Okay. I think we start trying to start off with a singing start, okay? That's where things have start popping. Okay, so here goes Jedidiah about to come out like, okay, I was bugging like, look at this. He know how to get the crowd going. You can't be mad at that shit. Let's go. They had me bugging. They're gonna see me like, I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. It won't be long. I'm gonna be somebody to lean on. Oh, brother, and you need a man. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have my own. Well, listen, y'all. We all need somebody to lean on. Oh my God! Okay. 2 minutes. All right, y'all. You know, I just had to get it to that point where they said my baby girl name. Say her name, guys. Please say her name.
I want to open up because we know there was some confusion. A letter went out earlier today that the meeting was canceled. Of course, the Board of Trustees had not received any evidence of a credible threat, nor have we heard anything about, have we been briefed on that. So without getting that information, the meeting must proceed. We do have knowledge, of course, of a peaceful protest. The Board of Trustees recognizes and respects everybody's right to speak their voice, and we are here to hear your concerns. That being said, we appreciate the manner and the energy in the room. We know that there's a lot of frustration, so please, as you come, let the board know. Of course, state your disagreement or your gripe, and then talk about what outcomes you would like. As a board member, we're not prepared at the moment to be able to fix everything, but we need to hear your voice so that as we're doing our planning, we know what steps we need to take.
Do you hear what he said? He said, tell us of what outcome you would like. So continue to voice your not only opinions, but solutions. Okay, you guys are very smart. Let's go.
We do everything within our power to make sure that everybody is heard. So I want to thank everybody for organizing and doing so peacefully. Let your passion speak, but without being disrespectful or creating conflict, right? So we appreciate that. We're here for it. I'm going to turn over for a moment to our attorney, Mike McGrath, just so he can clarify the legality of this meeting, and then we'll get started.
Sure. Good evening, everyone. Happy New Year. The meeting tonight was properly posted. The agenda was put up in a timely manner. There was word that was put out by the mayor that there was some sort of a threat. Obviously, the board, as Trustee House has stated, they're not aware of any threat. They've not been advised of any threat, and it doesn't seem like there is any threat. In the back of the room, there's a number of law enforcement officers from the county, as well as your own department. If there was any bona fide threat, certainly they would let the trustees know. They wouldn't let this meeting proceed. They wouldn't want anyone to be in harm's way. I think it's just a way of the mayor to try to attempt to cancel this meeting, knowing that there was a peaceful protest or people going to come up and speak their mind, and she didn't want to face those people. So it's a proper and legal meeting.
Good evening. I'm not going to drop anything because she's not here. But what I am going to do is say to every one of you all, thank you for allowing me to share in this moment with you. We've had some highs and some lows, but we're going to be all right. And I just want to say this so that history will have it right. And I appreciate everybody. I don't really need applause or thanks. I did not start a movement. I joined it. I am echoing it, and I endeavor to be the winner in your back. I just want to definitely tell another young man who I have watched this process, Nate Fields, I'm damn proud of you. Woo! It really should have been a better clap, but I'm damn proud of you.
Very smart.
And as somebody who once aspired in certain places, don't stop, keep going. God has a way of making it happen.
Right.
But I want to thank Sherry, Alicia, the Roberts, Thelma, Dr. Cloud, Stephanie, Dan Lee, Vivian, Sheila, Mary, Valerie, and everybody I did not name, because as of today, you have your focus. Words that are very you have your I'm now going to step aside and be the wind in your back from my respective place. But y'all got it. And I'm confident victory is near. With that being said, I am now going to ask y'all to do me a huge favor, and let's give this woman an extremely warm welcome. We are not releasing or doing any more videos because we're waiting for them. But y'all, please give her the most love and the warmest welcome as she takes her 3 minutes. Y'all stand to y'all feet if y'all don't mind for Nia Cruz.
Lord, oh my God, sit down. Sit down, y'all. Sit down. Sit down, 2025. I want to start by saying thank you. Like, y'all don't even understand how beautiful y'all feel in this room. Y'all look amazing, and I am beyond blessed. I'm beyond grateful to have every single one of you here for me, for Alexis, for Miss Janetta, for you to be a Dalton resident, for you to be a township resident. We standing up for ourselves, and this is what it looked like. I thought I was going to be here standing up for myself by myself, but look at y'all right next to me. I love y'all too. The most thing I want to say though is, and I have been getting a lot of slack of even just how I've been, and Fania, well, you don't look too sad. You couldn't be a victim. Or Fania, you're smiling too much. People not going to think something's wrong with you. Well, they picked the wrong person.
I'm going to say this. From when they did the protest, she looked like she has healed. I promise you. When I first looked at it, I felt I was so heartbroken for her. I'm like, Andrew Holmes sucked the life out of her. That situation, that demon. And to see her recover and the brightness in her face, I do see a tremendous difference. So this says to me that some healing is happening. So shout out to Fania.
They made my narrative what my narrative is. I didn't ask for it. I actually probably would have been still working under her and Jed coming to investigate me. Then this to be my own narrative. I really would have. Because why would anybody want this to be in my background? So for the negativity that I've gotten, as if I've asked for this, I'm gonna pray for you. But everybody else who's behind me, attend. Clean House 2025, justice for Alexis Wilson, justice for Miss Janetta. Thank you, everybody. I love y'all. We got this. We got this. Thank y'all.
All right.
I'm going to use a couple of his minutes just to say one thing really quickly. It is my understanding that we had something incorrect. Andrew Holmes was not married, but it appears that he apparently has got engaged on Sunday. Okay. But also, well, congratulations, Helen. And so the other thing, last but not least, I'm just using his minutes. He gave me his minutes, Mr. Mayor House. And so this is the last thing I want to be very clear, you all. Please consider not attacking anybody that was involved and let the facts come out. I see people have comments about Officer Miles. Please give it a moment. He can't speak for himself. I can't speak for him. There are a lot of things that has not come out. But I want y'all to understand this. When that day happened, the mayor was she had a surgery and people was trying to tend to her. They were trying to get her back. There was somebody that was detained, but it was not for the sexual assault. And
I have no idea what he's talking about, but I'm listening.
And everybody was told one thing, that she didn't feel right in her body. They did not know exactly what it was. So public, please hold your judgment and let the facts come out.
I don't know who was arrested or anything, but I'd love to hear a little bit more about that. That's why I was like, I don't know what you're talking about with that right there.
It will come out. And I'm a firm believer in one thing. The wheels may turn slow, but they do turn. Justice will be done.
Yeah, I will say if this case moves on as far as, what is it called? Internet porn. And, it's something under the internet porn where people are exchanging explicit pictures of people without permission. That's a federal crime. I don't think he needs officers' mouths testimony for that, possibly not. I think that is a strong case. Okay, it is always good to go through the back door. Okay? Oh, I'm about to pass out. All right, this video says, this is posted to Dolton and today. It says, it is a complete lie that I went to the house disrespectful. I rang the bell and attempted to have a diplomatic conversation. Then when met with rejection, asked if they supported Clean House 2025. However, after that, I left the property lawfully, and the only escalation was Kamal Chatterwoods trying to save face. Mind that the address listed as her official residence. I guess that was his statement. Jedidiah, you can't talk to her diplomatically, and you got to leave that to the residents. I'm gonna be honest. So you don't even. I wouldn't go to her house. That's why I wouldn't show up for half of y'all events, because I feel like I'm not a total resident. So there's a line. Jedidiah, let's play it. He's just like my real brother, a hot damn mess. At least Jedidiah ain't in jail serving 20 years, okay? So we got to give Jedidiah his credit. I say that because my brother's serving 20 years, all right? So I understand different behaviors, and I don't justify. People have a spirit of offense all the time. They think people are supposed to say it the way they say it, not realizing that you're living in your box and we have people all over the world with different dialects. It's just us. It is people in the way that they articulate themselves. You can say, hey, that's not what's up. It was offensive. But for you to hate and control a narrative or try to, you're shutting yourself out from probably something really beautiful. I'm just keeping it real. So let's
look and YouTube alike. I'm coming on here at this particular moment because now at this moment, I'm hopeful that I can receive your support, your help, and your backup as I am dealing with a number of things in my background that is extremely important because of the fact that I have to move very swiftly. I'm probably going to be repeating myself in this broadcast, and I'm not able to stay on here extremely long to make my case. But right now, as a matter of fact, as a matter of fact, all of my teams are going to be watching, and everybody is aware of what's going on at this moment. If you are a Dolton resident, I am not asking for you all to put yourself in the line of fire for me, but I want you all to understand that I am a person who is totally committed to seeing this thing through, and I will not be intimidated. I'm not a fearful man. I'm not intimidatable, and I'm not somebody who don't understand that we are in the last hour and desperate people do desperate things. I want to tell the general public that at no time have I ever advocated for the senseless violence of anything, and I will not cower with my innate stance that a person has a right to self-defense, and I do believe in self-defense by any means necessary. But I've never advocated for the attack, for violence towards, or for the senseless violence against any human being in my entire life. With that being said, as of right now, if you have it in your ability, I'm asking for you all to please go to or to meet at the Cook County Criminal Courthouse in Markham, Illinois, where Tiffany Henyard is actually en route right now. As I'm speaking to you, Tiffany Henyard is en route to the Markham Courthouse in hopes of having a judge sign off on an emergency order of protection against me that will impede my ability to move in this community and to finish the advocacy that I've committed to until we're able to sort out such a issue. But it goes beyond that. There was a woman in our intelligence that I've been made aware of. Her last name is Heard, and her name is Choose Compassion. Choose Compassion has decided that I have done something unlawful in her assessment, and she has filed a report with the Federal Bureau of Investigations. Crazy, right? The Federal Bureau of Investigations are now investigating me. Interesting, right? Yes, I do. They are investigating me for terroristic threat. Supposedly, I said that if she did not attend the meeting, that I would do something of substantial harm, which could never be true. I want to remind every person that filing a false report, it doesn't matter if it's a local report, a county report, a statewide report, or a federal report. If you file a false police report, I want you to know that that is a crime. And I will do nothing less than defend myself and make sure that I do everything that the facts will fall where they lay. Misuse compassion, you literally have done something that I'm going to tell you is despicable and disgraceful. But you've now given, literally, you've given room for the possibility of freedom of speech to now be questioned, but that is fine. And so with that being said, Tiffany Henyard has also gone to the Dolton Police Department to file a police report. If anybody have watched any of those lives, and they will clearly know that the only person that made a threat of physical harm of any kind was that of Kamal Woods. Kamal Woods threatened to kick my teeth out of my mouth. Now, desperate people do desperate things. I am not a fearful man. You also saw a Dolton police officer decide that they are not going to file charges when the man on view and in their view threatened me with physical harm. And so as of right now, I am under the advisement of several different directions, and I'm going to do the best that I can to defend myself. But I now turn around and ask the same public and the same people who I have stood up for, and the same people who I've advocated alongside, to now not allow me, a colleague in this fight, to have to deal with the onslaught of this by myself, if you all can understand the ramifications of it. So it's really simple. I need those who are able, because I'm not physically able at this moment, to be at the Markham Courthouse if you can, and help give clarity to truth. The judge will only be presented with their findings and information. She would have a report that'll be done by her police department. They would then ask a judge to give an emergency order of protection, which would then again could impede my freedom and affect my life. It is another filing that would always show up no matter where I go in my life. It would always be that another order of protection was filed. That would diminish my ability to carry firearms and to protect myself should that I be the victim of someone's attempt to harm or hurt me. So I'm asking you all once again, if you all can, to if those of you are, and one of the things that I'm very much, and the facts. Now, the next thing that I'm asking for someone else to do is, as I get ready to go into the care of my team and the advisement of those that are around me, my intelligence community that I have my is that there are witnesses across this nation, and they cannot alter the reality, the truth, and the facts. Now, the next thing that I'm asking for someone else to do is, as I get ready to go into the care of my team and the advisement of those that are around me, my intelligence community that I have of my own, I'm going to ask everybody to please put me in your prayers. And I'm asking for everybody to consider the fact that these people are now at a place where they're going to do whatever they think they want to and or can, because they obviously identified the power is fleeting from their hands. Because you are full of hatred, you are full of ignorance, and you are full of hell. For you to go and file a false police report with the Federal Bureau of Investigations and them to follow it up tells me that you all obviously must be concocting this plan together. Because who has the power to make the FBI move this fast against me when they are ain't even moving like they should against Tiffany Henyard? And I today make it very clear as an advocate, because I will never lose my voice. This is what you do when you fight back. You don't get scared. You don't cower. You get louder. You make sure that the people are aware, and you stand on your laurels. And if you say you trust God, at the end of the day, it don't got nothing to do with how perfect you are. But when the time comes, when the thing go against you, if you are going to stand. And at this moment, I am telling my family, I'm telling my friends, I'm telling my staff, I'm going to stand still, and I'm going to see the salvation of the Lord. And everything you have done against this people in this community, you will not be able to outwit it, outrun it, outpay for it, or nothing else. And I guarantee you, because God is God and God is who I trust, if you think you'll do anything to me, you'll still have to face the Father that is behind me. And I mean it with my whole soul. Your hatred and your ignorance is going to be what I promise you, and I prophesy to my own future. And I'm going to rise above this, and no weapon formed against me shall prosper, and every tongue in judgment against me will be condemned.
A large anti-police protest tonight in Logan Square outside the home of Mayor Lightfoot. Several hundred people demanding the defunding of Chicago police. It comes amid reports the mayor had decided to tear down the Columbus statue to avoid further clashes between police and protesters. Here's a live picture from Grant Park. NBC5 has learned just moments ago the mayor has apparently put that decision on hold in the face of the protest.
Advocating, as you know, just got off the plane. I am in the car, and we are headed to the Cook County Courthouse in Markham, Illinois. Again, it's going to be hard for me to do broadcasts because I'm not in studio, so I'm going to be doing a lot of short live streams so that you all can watch the play-by-play of today. What I want you all to understand is something that I get, again, as I said a minute ago, that many don't, and that is what true advocacy is and what it requires. Somebody said in the comments, and I'm going to address some of the comments, that last night was beautiful. Now it is overshadowed with this. And I want to be very clear here. There's not a possibility that anything could be overshadowed. We are not looking for moments. This is a movement which requires consistent action. It is not an overshadowing. It is a complementing. It is a next step. It is a furthering. It is understanding that if you are in a real fight, there will be your response, your move, their response, and their move, and it doesn't stop until the thing or the issue or the injustice or the process or whatever it is done. So those people out here who keep on putting out all of these ignorant, and I'm saying that in the sense of uneducated rumors, perspectives, and opinions. If I'm going to ask for anything of the people who watch me, how about you hold your opinion and you simply participate where you're informed and where you're directed. All of those extra narratives create scenarios and doubt. It distracts, and it actually diminishes the focus of the fight, which is why advocates don't always have the opportunity to be silent. We got to speak and respond, because most people will hijack the narrative if you don't have the ability to educate and to direct. What happened inside of that town hall is why I'm experiencing what I'm experiencing now. I am the advocate. Advocacy requires confrontation. I understand that the controversy of the matter is difficult. As I said before, I'll say it again. I did not go to Tiffany's mother house. I went to Tiffany's officially listed address. As American citizens, a mechanism of accountability in our government in this republic is our right to assemble and our freedom of speech. Nothing that I did was provocateur of danger, because I did not threaten physical harm to the person of anybody. And I lawfully gathered in a lawful location, and I gave grace because I was across the street when I could have been on the sidewalk on the same side. The only physical threat that was made was against me, that my teeth was going to get kicked out of my mouth by an employee of Thornton Township that makes $100,000 for youth violence prevention initiatives. The issue that you all have right now is that people don't understand that this is not social media entertainment. This is a real life fight for a community and a real life fight to address injustices. In other words, people are concerned about their power and their money according to their agenda, and that's how they're going to fight. We have so long been stagnated by narratives that hit our heart. Like, you got to respect the seat. Because I would basically tell you that if my grandmother was here today, my grandma would say to me, Jedidiah, this is wrong. And I would say, Grandma, why? And my grandmother would say, because she is the mayor. and God allowed her to have that seat. You got to pray about it and let God deal with it. And my response to my grandmother would be, Grandma, I am not of your generation. We got a little bit more information. Faith without works, being dead, means a completely different thing to us. It doesn't mean that the narrative that she have is necessarily wrong, but it is a different perspective. So I would simply tell my grandmother this: you pray, I'm going to show up. There are individuals who are not built for this type of frontline advocacy. Everybody is not supposed to always be on the same thing, because we'll never be able to get all angles. You might not be a confrontational person. You might be a student IT, investigations, research. You might be a good writer, a lot of things. You shouldn't be attacked because you don't want to protest, because your skill set and your purpose will send you somewhere differently. But I shouldn't be attacked because my purpose is to protest. One of the things that I love about Dr. King is that he had an understanding about the positions of people. And he told his community that even if you were simply a street sweep the streets, like you were painting a Picasso. Get my hand in that to stay focused now. Shouldn't be one is better than the other, more valuable than the other. The residents did their part. Majority of them senior. There are not enough men standing up. So excuse me if you feel like I'm overly emotional. But it is my emotions and the adrenaline that pushes me, that allows me to stand in the frigid cold while all the men of Dolton stay in your warm home like y'all didn't hear of a sexual assault allegation. The courthouse in Markham, Illinois. I have a video or two on my Facebook page, because that's where I was actually live streaming it. I've now decided to bring it over to YouTube. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I need this to be immortalized with a larger audience than on my Facebook page. But basically, since I've been in here, Kamal Woods has approached me himself about 2 to 3 times, acting like he want to fight and he about that life. And so I had plans today of making sure this report was done. We've been in this motherfucker since 9 o'clock today. I flew back in here on my own dime, and I've been in here all day trying my best to deal with this the right way. But I feel like the system is rigged. I'm okay with that, because as I said on the other video, I already know as an advocate, I get it as an advocate, how the things are pitted against us. And it ain't about what the truth is. It's about how you spin it in these types of situations. And I am here with the hopes of being able to talk to this judge that I just left a courtroom a moment ago. There they go. No, that ain't him. I just left her. I just left the courtroom. I just left her courtroom a moment ago. And the results of it was not what I know it should be. And that's why I feel like this was rigged, because literally the judge gonna say to me that my incidence was in 2024 and this is now 2025, and I only have one in 2025. And I'm like, we only 8 days in, but she said my one incident needs more incidents before she even give me a petition. That's fine. Let me tell y'all how I knew I was gonna be good coming here, because I knew Tiffany wasn't gonna get up until 1 o'clock today. That's what you do when you were bomb. And so, true enough, just as our information and our perspective is, now the moment that I leave the courtroom after being here all day long, the moment I leave and we drive off, like I knew it was gonna happen, she then turned around and walked in the door. So who's sitting up here reporting to them my moves? But it's okay. I mean, I got people, she got people. It's cool. But what I'm going to find out right now is if this court is about to give this woman what they just denied me when my stuff was actually on camera, and if they're going to let them put a spin on it. But while I was walking through the court, because I know they're here, tell me why Kamal going to act like, so I just sent my team one of the videos. So it's finna go up in Dolton Politics as I just told them to do. But he want to act like he about something. Kamal, you tried to commit suicide on top of Walmart. You was in an insane asylum.
Yeah. You forgot about that while you was talking about me wanting to commit suicide? Oh, what about those boys you be fucking on? You bisexual? That kind of stuff. Yeah. What about all that? Yeah, I know. I'm gonna put it out today. Going out today. Going out today. It's gonna go out today, buddy. You ain't try to commit suicide. You want on the roof at Walmart when you thought that lady was leaving you? Who? You don't know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Or how about your car being taken back by your ex-wife or your wife? How about that? The car that's in the garage. How about that? Oh, wait a minute. Why was you trying to negotiate a sexual assault payoff? That ain't right. You shouldn't even been involved with that. You're not law enforcement or none of that. Crazy. I'm gonna do my report in my respective place in the way I'm supposed to do it. I am, but I'm not in there. I can't be right here. I can't be right here in the foyer. What about over there?
No,
y'all filming me?
I don't have it on. You should know by now it's green. I don't have it on. I mean, if there's a problem, but you cannot film.
I don't feel safe around none of this, so I'm filming for my own witness. That man tried to fight me before my camera was on.
You know what to do. You can leave. I'm gonna tell you right now. Don't.
I bet. I'll cut it off.
Yeah, they changed it.
But what law? How do they get to change the law when they
judges? This is their building.
Yeah,
it's a judicial.
But they don't. Okay, I guess.
Please don't.
I bet.
You guys do videos on
post offices, city halls, police departments,
jails.
We go to what else?
Development centers, presidents, government officials.
Everything. Anywhere that we're allowed to film.
Bernie.
Now, in this post office, they have the rules and regulations from the post office. It's called Poster 7. So we have the right to film in there, authorized by the postmaster. Like I said, very important that we don't interfere with the business. So we are very careful that doesn't happen on our end.
Welcome to County Office, your complete guide to local government services and public records. Let's start learning.
Can you record a government employee? Yes, you can record a government employee as long as you are in a public space and not interfering with their work. However, some states require consent from the employee. Recording can be used as evidence in cases of misconduct or abuse of power.
I realize that you don't understand what the mercy of God looked like, but oh, I do. Come on, do you remember when you was on the run for that murder? Yeah, you were on the run for a murder, and I'm not saying alleged not one time today. Do you remember when you was on the run for that murder? Well, literally, utilizing my research, how you get questioned after being on the run for murder, and then all of a sudden that case go away. I want you to know these things today, that the wheels of justice turn slow, but baby, they turn. And I'm not saying alleged because you were on the run. But that might not be the last time you run. But we also talked about this drug habit. So is that what you meant when you told me things get real dark? You the big bad wolf murderer, some mother shut your mouth? Well, I want you to get this and get it today. There ain't not a bitch bone in my body because I don't come from a bitch stock. We know what we're dealing with. But I have a little sympathy for you, Kamal, as you lived in Inglewood growing up. And one thing that really bothered me in this is I get it. The reason why you're a piece of shit is because you were strange and don't have a relationship with your father. But what really broke me in your background is when I realized that as a child, I think you live somewhere around 110th and Princeton. But what really, really bothered me in your background is how your mother left you as a child. You was abandoned by your mama. And that got to be hard on the conscience. Maybe this is why you don't treat women with dignity and respect, because as a child, you had to deal with life in the school of the hard knocks. You ain't tough, but because you needed a little bit more TLC from the women. But mama left you, daddy, and you ain't got nothing to do with each other. Gotta be hard. But come on, you played with the right one. But also in this, I found out who was murdered. Dang. But I also found out about how you skirted justice a few other times. And since you want to play big bad gangster, I think that it's time that some of your old associates be contacted about your testimonies. Because I'm a man that's up front. I'll tell you I got a relationship with the DOJ. I'll say that. But will you tell people that you got a relationship and instead of being an asset like me, you a snitch? We don't like that in our community. Now, snitching ain't right. Because you got people who rock with you and who trust in you and who got your back. And then you snitching on people so that you these hoes ain't loyal. But what's crazy is where you did your activities. Kim, why don't you put up your right hand and swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God, while you out there taking kickbacks for permits and stuff, utilizing the government of Dalton to do it. This is what I want you to tell me. While Kamal got those cameras in his house that they are now sold, that the cameras in his house that his wife is in, trying to monitor her every move, while he had those girls and boys doing all those nefarious acts like a Diddy party inside that car wash. I want you to understand. You made banter of my supposed sexuality. But if you look at the values and the policies that govern the township, I had an opportunity to reconcile a very fractured relationship with Martin Johnson. And we talked about the policies of the township. And I thank God today for everybody that ever buy power conceives nothing without a demand. Tomorrow, I will be making my sentiment clear. It is now and should be a must for every resident in Thornton Township that Tiffany Henyard release this man from $100,000 job a year as a youth violence prevention coordinator for the simple fact that he is not aligned with the values that the township has as it relates to discrimination, and he clearly don't know how to be a preventer of violence because it looks like he is more of an inciter. And there should be not one resident in Thornton Township that should feel comfortable or safe with their children being in the care of a man or a program that these types of discretions are in that have not been dealt with. So Tiffany Henyard, since you are the super mayor and you are for the people, I think that it'll be in the best interest of the township at this particular time that you remove him from service to the young people of that community, those communities. And as a matter of fact, I challenge all of the mayors to whom I will make my phone calls tomorrow, succinctly one after another, all day with those people who rock with me, and they demand that he be removed from service out of the township. That'll help y'all keep the surplus you claim to have. He got to go. Oh, by the way, I'm going to call some LGBTQ members and see if they'll back me up. Now, with that being said, I see it's only one person mad, but you can keep on talking in the comments because I'm going to keep on giving you your tea. All right. The next thing that I want you to yeah. Am I good? Are y'all okay? If you okay, put a 1 in the chat. If you're not, put a 3 in the chat. But I want you to get this. I sat there and the judge said that basically he asked her. This is what I love about God. I was in that room and I sat in that chair. The Bible says, he says, I will prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies. It couldn't have been the word of God if I didn't sit down at a table, you hear me, and watch what God did in real time. And what I watched was the judge tell Tiffany, are you aware of how many people have come into this courthouse and tried to get this courthouse to impede the movement of Mr. Jedidiah Brown? And I must take that into consideration. She said, yes, I am, because he harasses people. Well, I want to tell y'all today, and I want to remind you that it was Tiffany Henyard that colluded with YouTubers who all ganged up and all filed restraining orders against me. So today, the court had to take into consideration how many restraining orders had been filed, and he had to ask her while filing it, did she realize the disposition of all of them? And because of that, he had to take that into additional consideration. And that judge said that because you have not articulated a threat, because no basis of an emergency has been established, and because unusually the person in question is actually here. And I am aware of what's going on with Dolton, who'd been all up in this courtroom with issues. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. That judge said to Tiffany, he said, I will not give you an emergency order of protection and stop the movement of Mr. Jedidiah Brown. And he said, I will grant you a petition so that at a later date, you can be heard and make your case. I said, well, Your Honor, I need to be very clear here. And this is the last thing I'm going to tell y'all about that courtroom, because this is the last time that I had to lift my hands up and I had to praise the Lord. I said, if you'll let me speak. He said, you can speak. And I said, I'm concerned about a petition because this is the same administration that had a police chief knowingly try to use a court petition and not an order to try to impede my ability to go into a village meeting and to have the officers restrain me. And if you look at the bodyguard who was with her, if you would put him under oath and ask him to testify, he will actually have to tell you that he was one of the ones who approached me in an effort to try to do against me with a petition what they could not do. I want to tell y'all so bad everything that happened. And I said, and I want to say it for the record. I asked for a police report while this department watched that man behind her, Kamal, threaten me in real time. Not only did they refuse my police report, but they failed to act and do their police officer and intervene and arrest him upon me deciding to want to be assigned complainant. I want to tell y'all what happened, but I'll leave it at this. Mr. Officer made it aware to the courts that the state's attorney's office called the Dolton Police Department to inquire if they have refused my right to have a police report for this incident that is clearly on camera. And Mr. Officer made it clear that is not the case. And we want Mr. Brown to know that that police report is at Dolton Police Station waiting for him, completely filled out, based on everything visible in the video and according to as he testified in his videos, and he can come and get that police report in the morning, as has been confirmed by the command staff of the Dolton Police Department. I want to say this to y'all. The favor of God while I sat at that table was that the police report that they wouldn't let me get, they sat down and wrote it for me. I'm going to go tomorrow and I'm going to pick it up. And then I'm going to go and handle this issue the right way. And I'm going to leave it at that. It is lawful to assemble at the house of an elected official. You just cannot threaten them. She also said, I knocked on the door. And I said, now I got footage of me walking up to that door and engaging in a diplomatic, responsible conversation with her auntie, to which nobody felt threatened. And the moment it was clear that they did not want to talk, I walked off of those steps and I proceeded to give them a further grace by going across the street to do my constitutionally protected activity. So then she said to the judge, who said that I'm not going to give an order. And she said to the judge, so you telling me you going to tell him he can protest my house? And the judge, and she yelled, and the judge said, I gave my ruling. And you have your petition, but I'm not giving an order. In other words, I want to tell you today, to all of the people who sought to diminish my character and to defame me further, that is not her mama house. During this election cycle, that's her house. Because what she has done is she have left the luxuries of what the life y'all have voted for her to have afforded her. And now Tiffany is staying in that mama's house that she claimed, but that is her house as an official residence in the basement. She's living in the basement of the house so that the electorate or the board will believe that that's where she lives while she's running for office. It is the same play that she did last time that they were running.
The sexual assault case. Y'all say send it back to them. How am I going to trust them to investigate something when they're compromised?
This is great.
I don't need y'all to give them courtesy. Give the citizens courtesy. We need courtesy now. They've had enough courtesy. And they have not done their job in 3 years.
If it hadn't been for, if it wasn't a mayor, I bet you can get a police report.
Yeah.
But because it's who she is, then I guess that's the problem.
Why this stuff doesn't.
That's what's wrong with these people now. Y'all sitting around watching her do this stuff, and then y'all not even doing nothing about it.
So what department is this? This is the sheriff's department?
Yeah, this is Cook County.
Okay.
And they did me the same way when I came to get an order of protection, and I couldn't get one. You know, and I want to yell. 30 years, retired.
That's crazy.
So what is the proper procedure?
Give her a heads up. That's the proper procedure.
Oh, praise to the Most High. Hey, last days. Kahala, Yahweh, Bahashema, Messiah, Yasa. Hey, look, this right here for my Hebrews. Don't fold. You get tried in that fire, you real gold. A real diamond, an arbor, like let me test it. If you make it through that, then you get your blessing. It won't prosper, but you gon' see that weapon. Need the blood of a marsh, y'all get protection. And y'all come up out the word, you need an exit. The day of the Lord coming so unexpected. I pray to Abba, I pray we make it through the tribulation. Psalm 91, keep him your habitation. Keeping these commandments that we have in patience. All this stuff going on, it had you racing. Faith in Messiah is the only way. I'm watching what I do, watching what I say. What manner of person I be up in that day. I don't want the Father to look at me be like, get away. I never knew you, but why that old ain't in your lap? You knew I was coming, why you toyed with that? If I don't spare the angels, I ain't sparing you. These the end times, so be careful. Plead the blood, cause the devil about to dare you. To keep oil in that lap, you need a barefoot. The commandments is the lamp, the law is the light. I'ma share I led the way so we can get it right.
They want to hear from the mayor. If y'all ain't learned that yet. The mayor, not the trustees that don't do nothing, that only run their mouth. Y'all don't do no work, no work. Y'all forget I am the leader.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.